Nobody knows the trouble we've seen, suggests Alzar at the chat. The only trouble these gnolls have seen is the suicidal boob mistress. Not suicidal, genocidal. Sort of exactly the opposite. The genocidal boob mistress who comes in and murders every single one of them. Major shielding 5! Alzarath, they had to draw her head that big, because otherwise her breasts would have been bigger than her head, and they weren't willing to go that far. Oh, Knowles. Tall-head arena girl, says Speclat in chat. I mean, I guess. She's not that. Hello, Knowles. I've only killed half of you. Hello. All that's missing is the jiggle physics for the bobblehead, says Dan in chat. Yeah, exactly. Cool. Don't really need to stand here and heal up at this point, but I feel like it's better to than not to, given where I am. Oh, Gnolls. I'm here for you. Boy, the battles sure are exciting. Real exciting. Oh, there's a sign here. I will wait to read it so that I'm not inviting enemies. Yep. HQ and VIP quarters. I'm assuming that if we kill all the VIPs, that's probably what they mean by kill all gnolls. Oh, looks like I am going to be fighting 2 in this case. Think we're fine. Really wish that spell hadn't fizzled, yeah. That spell fizzling was actually quite troublesome. Okay, I have like 1 mana. I think I might have even had 0 mana for just a moment there. I was about to say, I think we're fine. I don't think we're fine. Can I get the fire elemental to distract you? No. Oh. Oh, dang it, the fire elemental distracted it for just a moment. Gotta really watch for the fire elemental distraction technique. Gotta be paying close attention. There we go, fire elemental distraction. I think the fire elemental is gonna be dead before I can heal up, though. Maybe if I get far enough away. Yes! I have the technology! Look at that loser not restoring while I am restoring. Okay, he started restoring. Get back here, you jerk. How far away did you go? What the hell? Where did you go? Where did you go? I've still got it highlighted, but it's just nowhere. That's weird. I think he vanished. How many enemy types are in this game? I vaguely recall you killing a griffin, a skeleton, and 1.5 million gnolls so far, says Dan. There are more, but not a lot. There's not a lot. The variety could use a little bit of work. We still have not encountered any of the bird furries, which we know exist. Not the griffins, the other bird furries. I think the overall plot of this game is kill all furries. That appears to be my understanding. Or that is my understanding from the appearance I've gotten from this game. That's the words I'm attempting to say. That was very stupid of me. I should have brought back my elemental much sooner than I did, and now I've got a 2-on-1 situation. Do I have any little mana potions left that I can just waste just to feel like I'm doing something? Wow, those are real little. This is fine. Everything is going fine. Everything is going fine. Okay, with one of the Gnoll warriors down, I'm probably okay. I guess I really just need to be more wasteful of mana potions. I need to be willing to actually use mana potions ever. Yes, I know I just scrolled past a full mana potion. I'm just trying to use some of these little crappy nothing potions just to get them out of my damned inventory. Utterly wasted at that point, but I would really like to get rid of that enemy. Facing the consequence of being an omnicidal adventurer, says Edwin in the chat. Omnicidal, I like that. It's a good description of what we certainly are in this game, but what the hero is in so many games. See thing, kill thing, omnicidal. But it's equal, you know? It's egalitarian even in its way. Everyone is treated the same with death. Dan, they're just very sort of area-based enemies is the main thing. Like, you know, you have one area where all you encounter is one particular enemy, and another area where all you encounter is a different enemy, and yeah, there's just a lot of that going on. It did warn me about not letting them gang up on me, but I don't know what I was supposed to do about that. The entrance to the command tent stands open and unguarded if you ignore that other gnoll that you were fighting at this very moment. Find Tranix Dark... I mean, did they genuinely troll DeviantArt for these names? Find I guarantee you, if I just type Tranix Darkpaw into AI art generator, it will just plagiarize somebody's furry art. Find Tranix Darkpaw and prevent him from carrying out his plans against the city of Chinos. I can't right now, Speklad, not while recording, but so that it's a definite option. Oh dang it! There are two of you. Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! I really should have ran away more quickly, but I got distracted by the plot. Distracted by the plot. Everything's going super good right now. Super totally a-okay. Not even DeviantArt, it's the other older art site, says Van Whitman in chat. The DeviantArt is all I can think of as the, I'm sure there's some more appropriate site for that joke, something very, like something even 1990s, but, oh, that was more than I thought that was. There was a far ancient one, says Van Whitman in chat. The ancient one. The ancient art site. Oh. What? Weren't you my goal? Okay. This looks like... Why? Well, I mean, because this is just somebody's furry OC, that's why, but... Tranix Darkpaw is supposed to be like the big enemy is green. Tranix will deal with my elemental, which is unfortunate, but or maybe not. Maybe I nope. I was thinking maybe I'd managed to distract Tranix, but I haven't. That's if you zoomed out of that particular DeviantArt image that's here right now, they would have to blur it. With a last gasp, Tranix laughs at you. You may have killed me and some of my furries, but you will not be able to stop the combined forces of the clans. The lair of Splitpaw God. Make it stop. The lair of Splitpaw grows stronger and the forces of Chinos are being destroyed from within. You have no hope of victory. Cool. Get my buddy back. Get my shielding back. And then I'm not actually sure what my current goal is. That finishes that path. I guess I have to go kill the other furries. Yeah, my only current goal is to subdue the bird furries. Apparently, Tranix appears in the original EverQuest too, but it's spelled Tranixx. Speculate in chat. I don't even know whether to believe you or not. Okay, well, guess I'll go subdue the aviac threat. Gonna heal up for a bit and take a slightly different path out of here just to have more furries to kill. Speculad links to something at wiki.project1999.com. May I ask, what the f***? An EverQuest server emulator. Interessante. Is there, like, is it... I guess EverQuest nowadays is... Wait. Does some derivative of EverQuest still exist? I was going to say EverQuest nowadays is probably fairly obscure, but I don't know. Does some derivative... Is there some... Other than, like... Apparently Project 1999, is there a fully licensed official game with at least the super title EverQuest, if not the subtitle EverQuest, that I can still play today? Okay, that's obviously some crappy regeneration. I'm getting... man, whenever there are two of them, it's just like, and you die now. And death. The original EverQuest is still online. Huh. I guess it's not that surprising in the grand scheme of things, but surely they've got a reducing audience. I love when spells fizzle. It's so much fun. The sheer, like, lack of mana is the biggest problem in this game. I'm so frequently running up against the mana limit. VIP quarters. I like killing VIPs. The VIP quarters have no doors. It's just, you can't actually enter the VIP quarters, even if you are a VIP. There's just no doors. There's no doors whatsoever. Okay. However you want to design your camp, you weirdos. Is a Gnoll warrior over here somewhere that I missed? Apparently. Just keep on going, I guess. Hey, wait. The very first furry we encountered was Fippy Darkpaw, right? So are they like brothers? Spouses? Lovers? Just members of the same clan? All of the above? Go furries. Chat. Look, society was not willing to give them the something with the title of marriage, but they can be co-furries. Probably not 50s, Van Whitman. But yeah, certainly 40s. Because EverQuest, like, they would have had to be in their late teens, early 20s in the early 2000s. If that is when EverQuest is from. I never actually played EverQuest, so I don't have that strong of a sense of it, but it feels about right. Okay, there are a lot of them. Got it. Some of them probably have kids in college now. Yep. It's almost like the inevitable passage of time. I wonder if they'll have some 25th anniversary spectacular to celebrate 25 years of a game that you forgot about for 20 years. I'm assuming that a muck is in the family of the mush family of muds. Is that a correct supposition, Speclad? Oh dear. Van Whitman is just currently being bothered by the inevitable passage of time. You know what? We're all bothered by the inevitable passage of time. It's just literally part of life. Let's see if I can get the elemental distraction technique going. Seems pretty unlikely. It's just a timing thing. Like, he has to... There we go. That's the elemental distraction technique. Yay! Hello, Michael. Remember the gramophone, asks Becklad. Why, when I was a kid, you'd buy a cylinder record for a nickel, and now I can't even afford a pocket PC to play this game on. Back in my day, Wi-Fi was free in every coffee shop. Shrinkflation. Did I go offline for a second there, Van Women? I don't think so. Stop ganging up on me. Well, that one seems stuck, so we're probably fine. So long as that one remains stuck, I think we're okay. Oh dear, we're not okay. Nothing is okay right now. The idea of anyone being nostalgic for Justin TV, Van Whitman, is truly bizarre. I remember those 7 minutes when it was Justin TV and not Twitch. Those were the best 7 minutes of my life. Remember Real Media? Remember Real Media, y'all? Now, hopefully that one's gonna stay stuck there, and I can stand here and heal up. God, I remember Mixer, Specklad. We have a cool technology that works and is popular. Kill it! Kill it! I was trying to remember what that name was. Specklad, it wasn't coming to me. I am on Kick, Van Whitman. I am a futurist. I mean, nothing compares to where Beam and Mixer were. Like, yeah, there's things that are, like, latency has improved, but, like, they had solved it. And then we all just went, nah, let's not. Just not solve it. I mean, I guess, you know, people don't want wardrobe malfunction, so you actually want that latency to be able to solve problems. Okay, now we are basically out of here, right? So off to murder some aviacs, right? Oh, wait, what's the actual way out? I guess it's this over here. Dang it, that's annoying. Welp, we've committed genocide against that species. Let's go commit genocide against a different species. Are they updating the codec soon as well for higher quality and less artifacting for slower connections? Asked Dan in chat. I mean, I know that Twitch is talking about adding support for AV1 because they were, like, basically everybody is big into it. So don't get me into digital media. I know too much about digital media, but so basically, MPEG imploded because they're just the worst human beings alive, and it took a while for everything to sort of adjust to the thank God we're post-MPEG world, and in the post-MPEG world, AV1 isn't really there yet, but it will be soon enough. I mean, the most important thought about digital media is just that MPEG is an abbreviation of Misanthropic Patent Extortion Gang, and if you want to know why, then just look up the words MPEG patent. Yeah, I did know that, Specklad. MPEG LA, oh, this is so annoying. So there was VIA and there was MPEG LA, and MPEG LA was actually one of the less bad ones. Like, if you went to MPEG LA and looked up AAC, they would tell you exactly when all the patents are expiring. So, which is really just telling you, like, as of this date, you don't need us anymore. Which is, refreshingly honest for a business model that is straight up evil. And Via LA is like, you should probably get the patents on MPEG 4 Part 2 from us, or the from us, just in case. Does it matter that they've all expired? No, you should probably get the license from us anyway. They're just the worst. I mean, you gotta wonder, like, what life is like for the people who work at businesses like that. Like, their business makes nothing, makes the world worse, and they, if they're just like some random lawyer who works for there, they probably had loftier goals for themselves. Nobody wants to be that guy. In a way, I'm kind of sorry for the individuals, not the business, obviously. Okay, I believe the Erudites are supposed to be in south, so I'm just going to go south. Hello, who the hell are you?
Well, you look like a person with a mission. Would you like a mission? Would that mission include going to the Gnolls Fort?
I was just there.
My little sister was wandering that way yesterday. Something about getting a good look at the wisp in the northern plains. But I haven't seen her since. My guess is she was snatched up by the Gnolls that live in the camp. I would handle it, but my adventuring days are long over. Do you think you might be able to help me with this? I would reward you if you could take this teleport spell to her. She could use it to get back to town. Sorry, but you won't be able to use it yourself. Only she knows how to activate it. When you have given it to her, come back for your reward. Excuse me, I'm going to kill this griffin next to you. I don't want to go back into there for that stupid little side quest. I'm going to go back into there for a stupid little side quest. Really wish I had encountered him on my way in instead of on my way out. Okay. Stupid little side quest. Maybe she just went wandering in that direction. Also, it's supposed to be a secret Gnoll fort, but it's apparently a pretty open secret if he's just, like, asking anybody who wanders this way. I'm assuming she might not be in the Gnoll fort. She might just be in this area. Because this is where the widowers are. So I'm just going to explore this area and hope that my logic is sound. Hello, new friend. Goodbye, new friend. There were 50 gnolls. Well, my guess of 12 wasn't that far off. In astronomical terms, my guess of 12 was exactly right. It's precisely the correct order of magnitude in base 10. Ogre shaman? So if we find that dude's sister's corpse, do we just also report that back to him, or no? You don't need to report, just teleport the corpse, says Speculate in chat. No, because only she can use that teleport spell. So, it's not good enough. It's a teleport spell just for her, and it'll be difficult to get her to read it when she's a corpse. I love spells fizzling. Wow, that one fizzled so much that now I don't get to use anything else. I'm not eating candy while streaming, you are. I guess he did say that he was afraid that the gnolls had dragged her off, which would suggest she would be in the actual gnoll camp and not just out here gallivanting around. Or she got eaten by the gnolls, suggests Van Whitman. This game is pre-4. It's definitely a furry fetishist game. It's just pre-4. How's my weight capacity doing? Oh, real bad. Real bad. That explains why I am so very slow.
I'm trying to decide, like, should I just leave? Should I drop something? It's got to be something I'm carrying that's super heavy and not even worth that much. This staff, 13 through 49, 15 through 35. That's what I was thinking, Speklad, but it's going to take so long to get back here. This mail helmet apparently has no weight. That's convenient. Let me scroll left. Huh. Getting a lot of items that weirdly don't seem to have any weight. Yeah, I'm going back to town. To hell with this random kid. I don't even know this random kid who might not be a kid. Maybe I should sell before buying. I have to go ahead and sell this special... okay,